With that in mind, we can look at a rectangular prism, and we can try to find the area of this. So remember we said that to get the volume, we're going to take the area of the front face, and then we're going to multiply it by the depth, just like that. Which means really, for this particular shape, the volume can be found by taking the length and the width of that front face, because it's a rectangle, and we know how to find the area of a rectangle. It's just length times width. And then we can multiply that by the depth. And in this case, the depth is that value right there. So we are just finding how big the front face is, which is 2 feet by 3 feet, and we're multiplying that by the fact that it's 6 feet deep. So we'll rewrite that here. We can say the volume of this prism is equal to the area of the front rectangle multiplied by the depth of this whole thing. And I like the kind of idea of color coding it, so I know what I'm looking at, like that. And so we can say the volume is equal to length times width times depth. And again, I just kind of like to always write out precisely what I'm thinking, because then it's easy to follow after the fact, which is helpful. And so then we can say the volume is equal to 2 times 3. Actually, if we're being specific, I probably would have said 3 times 2. And then times the depth, which is 6 feet. All right, so remember, the volume is going to tell us how big this thing is, how much space fits in it. And if you can do that in your head, that's great. If you can't, let's grab a calculator. So 3 times 2 times 6. So 3 times 2 times 6. And that will give us 36 as the number. And then let's keep in mind that feet times feet times feet is feet cubed, which makes sense because since it's a three-dimensional shape, we're trying to get the volume of it, a three-dimensional measurement needs a three-dimensional unit. In other words, this particular prism, if you had little cubes that were 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot, 36 of them would fit inside of this shape. So that's great. Now you can try a couple below, and hopefully you'll do great. And if you have any trouble, of course, just shoot me a message.